Thank you for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky, your source for nerd news.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Entertain the Geeky, and we are here with myself, Chris.
And Roger.
And a special guest.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Kevin Freeman is back, level 1 judge. You know
The
what that means?
level 1
the
judge.
level 1 judge. It is pre-release weekend here, and we wanted to talk with the man that knows the most, basically.
The level 1 judge. The level 1 judge of be-all level 1 judges. Kevin, you worked a lot this weekend.
I did.
Why don't you tell everybody exactly how many hours you put into this crazy game this weekend?
Well, let's see here. The 3 events combined were 14 rounds at about an hour apiece, plus 3 hours of build time, plus probably another hour or two of getting everyone registered for the various events.
So really just a metric shitload.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah? So what was the craziest thing you saw this weekend?
Emrakul.
Well, Emrakul's really silly because, especially for two-headed giant like we did today, you actually get to control both of your opponents.
What?
Nice.
But I saw a guy pull off one of the rare meld pairs in limited, and that's pretty impressive. I know we had a couple kids today for our two-headed giant that had the angel meld pair. I don't know if they actually got a chance to pull it off or not.
I don't like melds. I'm going to say it. I don't like it.
How many times were you beaten by one?
None. I actually melded a creature today. I just didn't like it. It was clunky and confusing, and I had to flip 2 cards to make one big card.
I'll agree with you on that because I'm having actually had a chance to play with the mechanic. Well, yeah, it's cool and flashy and splashy. I'm hopefully optimistic that we don't get more in the future.
Oh no, I'm building meld standard. It's going to be a thing just so I can do it.
Okay.
I hate meld.
It's kind of like Cascade. It's like a one-shot thing.
No, it's worse than Cascade because Cascade you get to draw cards or whatever. Meld is you literally instead of let's go back. Remember in Innistrad you used to flip your cards?
Morph. Are we talking
Transform.
about Morph?
No,
Transform.
Transform.
Okay, because I'm thinking Morph from fuck.
Morph's a whole different beast.
Okay, I was gonna say because I played with Morph. That was back in Onslaught, though. I think.
Yeah.
No, this you actually flip your cards and there's another card on the other side, the double-sided cards.
Okay.
So to make that complicated, to make that even worse now is you flip 2 cards over to make one big card. And by one big card, I mean you take both those cards and stack them on top of each other to make one big card.
So, how does having a double-sided card work in a game?
Well,
do you have to have like 2 cards that are regular back?
In the booster packs, they provide checklists, which you can use to represent the double-face cards, or you can just use sleeves that you can't see through.
Okay.
But you can see through most sleeves. It's just stupid. Wizards, it's just stupid.
Like, I'm okay with double-face cards, but I'll agree with you. Meld is dumb. Pushing it too far.
They could have a mechanic like that meshes. I just think maybe doing it in a more cohesive way would make a little more sense. Like, okay, if you're using 2 fairy cards, and I'm just throwing fairies out there as an example, there's a specific few different fairy cards that you can use, and then you have to play a card maybe called Meld. Kind of like polymerization from Yu-Gi-Oh! Once you play Meld, you can turn those into card C.
No, the problem is Wizards doesn't they don't mind combos, but they don't want to necessarily include a combo that forces you to have 3 cards to make work.
Well, I mean, you could have like any number of 5 different creatures that you could mix and match any way. You just have to have 2 of them to make this one big particular super creature, if you will. And then there could be just a simple meld cost built into the card. You might not even need an extra card for it.
To describe to you what this looks like, if you ever played Unhinged or Unglued, I forget which one it was. There was the BFM, the big freaking monster, which you had to play 2 cards to make one creature. Mm-hmm. That's what Meld is like. That is exactly what it's like. And my only issue with it, honestly, is it seems like it's fun, it's cute, it makes you giggle a little bit, but that is like totally a planes chase type mechanic. That is something that should have been set aside for a special set for multiplayer Magic or
Plains Chase is so good though.
or something like that, to where it's more of a small set, not a let's actually make standard with meld.
I will say, Plains Chase is one of the most appealing things Wizards ever did for me. I had already played competitive Magic when they were like saying that was gonna, or when they had announced it, and all I wanted to do at that point was play some fun multiplayer Magic at my kitchen table, have a couple of decks that I didn't have to worry about formats with that were all pretty equal, and then have something like that that just throws you curveballs throughout a game.
Yeah. No, Plains Chase was good, and I feel that like with the meld mechanic, that would have been a nice little just multiplayer around the kitchen table type feel. For competitive play, I don't like it. It's powerful. It does things.
I was gonna say it's probably got its place somewhere out there.
Let's be honest though, none of the meld pairs are really going to see any competitive play.
Maybe
You might have like one combo deck that.
I mean, people will play Gisela because that card is just straight up value town. But competitive Magic, they're not going to be paying for a 7-drop.
You know, I always say that maybe they won't be, but the fact is, they've slowed the game down enough that a 7-drop is doable, especially when you consider there's still ramp.
Cruel Ultimatum.
Not a thing.
That's the one card that should be a thing. I love Cruel Ultimatum.
But no, I just I didn't do Midnight. I didn't do the Saturday. I just played Two-Headed Giant, so I only saw a very small set of the cards. You were there for all 4 tournaments.
3.
All 3. What was the card that really stuck out as like just the end all be all of this set?
This is the Show Stealer.
And don't say Emrakul because that's the obvious answer.
No, well, for me, the card I'm happiest about is actually an uncommon.
Which was?
Ride Down.
Ride down.
It's a instant for red and a white.
Wait, is this a reprint?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it's a reprint of what I still believe is the most criminally underrated card to come out of Khans of Tarkir.
All right, for people that don't know, describe what Red Down does.
It's an instant that destroys target blocking creature, and all creatures blocked by that creature gain trample.
Damn.
So it just mows over you.
That's nice. It's almost like Overrun, just a little different.
just
A little different.
bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Because Overrun.
Like for Khan's
beautiful in
game
and of
day
itself.
weekend, I was actually running a tally of all the things that killed with Ride Down, and it was great.
I do like I built Vampire Black Red today was my thing, and I did like the synergy between what vampires do with when you discard cards, they do awesome things, plus the fact that a lot of vampire cards had madness involved. I did like that synergy, and it seems like Wizard is pushing more towards a synergetic deck design with the sets.
Like character decks?
Sort of, yeah. Like it'd be like a character deck, but like here's a synergy deck. It's madness. Here's werewolves as a deck. I mean, it seems like we're going back to
where it was. You could play Merfolk, Slivers.
right. More
Slivers can go die in a fire forever.
You say that.
They
but
have their special place. They
In
do.
hell.
Our commander.
Commander Slivers hardly have a place. It's that fucker's playing Slivers. Hate him off the board.
Yeah.
And that's it, period. Because if he stabilizes and gets to keep his creatures on the board for any amount of time, he's going to wreck everybody. He's going to have Shadow out there. Nobody can block him. Everybody loses except for him.
I will say this, though. I saw Thalia hit the table. Thalia's a beast.
Yeah,
New Thalia is a beast. I did not expect that type of game change from her.
like we talked about last time, she is a very powerful card, and she is definitely going to make an impact in Standard. But just in the older formats that have access to the original Thalia, they're a lot less creature-based. So
That's true.
I just don't think she's going to have nearly as much of an impact.
I see her going in like a token, like against a tokens deck possibly in Modern, because tokens take a little bit to get off the ground running, and you've got time to play her then. Because tokens like to, take a couple turns setting up and then just overwhelm you, and then you're playing catch up. But if they all come into play tapped, you've got that extra turn of I'm swinging away, which normally is what kills tokens. I didn't know that she'd be that good. The thing I didn't like, and I still don't, the Eldrazi. I don't like seeing Eldrazi here. It just doesn't work for me.
Well, my experience today, there was one Eldrazi-ish card that is absolutely nuts, and that's Lone Rider. It's a dinky little 1/1 for 2 mana with first strike and lifelink. But at the beginning of the end step, if you've gained 3 life or more this turn, it flips into a 4/4 with trample, first strike, and lifelink.
And what is this emerge thing I saw going on today?
Yeah.
So explain this, because I saw it once or twice, and I was like, okay, so I don't have to pay the casting cost. I can just emerge this creature.
You can. There are Eldrazi creatures with emerge, which is an alternate casting cost, which allows you to sacrifice a creature, reduce that creature's casting cost from the emerge cost, and play it for the remainder.
Is it done off converted mana cost then?
No, actual casting cost.
Oh, okay. So if it's a black and 2 of anything,
it reduces the color as well.
That's kind of cool.
Wait, hold on, because I didn't know this when I built my deck. You're telling me that if I've got a 1 green, 4 colorless creature on the field, and I've got a 1 green, 6 colorless emerge thing, I can play it for 2 colorless mana?
You have to sacrifice the...
I get that. I gotta sacrifice that thing.
But
that
he's
crappy
willing to
little
do
2/5 that can block 2 creatures to get a 6/6 trample monstrosity on the field.
Yes.
Man, fuck this set.
It's not my fault you were too dumb to ask questions.
No, I just didn't care. Like, literally, just so you all know, before we go on, the champions of last pre-release went 0-4 today. 0-4.
You guys didn't go 0-4.
Yeah, we did. Oh no, we won one. I forgot. We won the last game. So it was our normal. It was our normal 1-3. 1-3. Me and Peter Chew. 1-3.
I was a little more fortunate.
You can't beat the mana flood. All right, so let's talk speculation here. We've seen the set. We've seen it played. What do you think is going to bust from standard?
As far as price?
No, as far as decks go. We'll hit price and speculation.
Playability.
Like, what do you think is going to happen with standard now? What decks, now that we've got... First off, this is our first small set standard. Because it's what now? It's Battle for Zendikar, whatever the other set is.
You've got Dragons Origins, Battle for Zendikar, Oath.
What does Dragons rotate out?
It'll rotate out with Origins.
Dragons of Tarkir?
Yeah.
Oh, that's still in?
Dragons of Tarkir and Origins rotate out in October when we get Kaladesh.
Now, when Kaladesh drops, what'll be standard? Because this is where it's getting confusing.
BFZ, Oath, Shadows, Eldritch Moon, and then Kaladesh.
So I'm getting 5 sets in standard?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
That's how they're doing it.
This is stupid, Wizards. Now, when will Battle for Zendikar drop? Will there ever be a time that I only have 4 sets in standard?
No.
You stupid.
Going forward, standard is going to be either 5 or 6 sets. Unless WotC changes the rotation again, which I don't think they're going to do.
Is there still a core set?
No, core sets are gone.
I was going to say I didn't think there was, but I've been out of the loop for a year.
Okay, so here's my issue with this. Like, before it made sense when rotation happened. It was like, okay, a new set from the new block comes out, the old block goes away. Gone. Now it's
sets and it's not blocks anymore.
Right.
That's weird.
No, the blocks still rotate.
But no, because you're telling me that...
Dragons of Tarkir is still in, but that's Khan's block.
Dragons was designed to be the turning point between the 3-block system to the 2-block system. That's why Dragons didn't rotate out with...
this is just stupid. There's too much going on.
It's not my fault you can't pay attention.
It doesn't do paying attention. It's due to the fact that it's just gotten dumb now. Because now we're going to have... It used to be 2 sets in a core set. 2 blocks in a core set. Mm-hmm. You're telling me that by the end of... When this is all said and done, it'll be up to 3 blocks.
Yes. But blocks are also only 2 sets.
I don't care. That's just them being... They just want more money from us.
Oh, yeah.
They just want more money.
No, I mean, pre-release was huge, though. Like, opening night was awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot of video.
We did, and it was spectacular
52?
turnout. 52 was...
54.
54. So you maxed out.
No, we had more seating than we thought we did, but yeah, pretty much.
And how many showed up for Saturday?
We had about 25 or so.
So about half. Now, was it the same half?
About 50-50.
Okay. And Two-Headed Giant, we had
18
teams, which is 36.
That's a lot of people, yeah.
And no air conditioning. Yeah. It was good times.
Yeah, so apparently Friday night, at the pre-release, air conditioning went out.
Almost at the start of round 1.
And
Okay.
you guys started brewing Nerd Stew at that point, and it smelled awesome.
Let me take a moment to say this, guys. I don't care if you brush your teeth. Please wipe your booty. You know, just you're going to be in a place with a lot of people. Smells are going to happen. Magic players were not known for being the best non-funky bunch, but...
Unfortunately, it's not just Magic players. It's nerds in general.
Yeah, oh god, nerds in general. I love you nerds, but
Unless you're new nerds, then you're not.
unless you're perds, if you're poser nerds, get fucked.
We saw a bunch of...
Oh my god, poser nerds on Friday night.
We saw bro nerds. I'm going to call them bro nerds. They were playing Frisbee in the parking lot. And
With their Abercrombie Fitch shirts and
man.
their jet black hair.
that
And their...
shit was... It wasn't even jet black. There were a couple of blonde dudes out there. I'm like, there's no beach here, bro.
Yeah, they were...
Can you blame them? I mean, it's better than just standing in line doing nothing.
I'm not mad at the guys. I thought it was funny. I like seeing the crowd there.
I love the crowd. I just saw some perds. There's few things that make me rage so quick as perds. That's what we're calling them now, perds. Because nerds doesn't work. Perds, poser nerds. Are merds, Marvel nerds. Don't know which.
Marvel nerds are their own thing. I respect Marvel nerds.
There's a few things that set me off, and purge is one of them. Hipsters is another one. I love to hate hipsters.
But you know what's funny? Is
Hipsters have hot chicks.
a good portion of the perds
Are hipsters.
are hipsters.
I know. And you know what they always say? You know what the perds always say that gets me? I was into this before it was cool.
Yeah.
And they weren't.
And that's when you're like, hey, I started playing in 99, buddy.
Do you remember Portal? No, I do.
Yeah,
Back off.
I remember Urza Saga.
I heard a kid the other day go, yeah, I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing since...
Cons of Tarkir.
Yeah, no, it was the set before Cons of Tarkir. It was, wasn't that Innistrad?
No, it wasn't
No.
Innistrad. It was,
Oh, Return to Ravnica.
Yep.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I've been around since Ravnica. And they're like, oh, the original Ravnica? He's like, no, Return. I'm like, so you've been around for a year and a half?
Wasn't
2
even
years?
Return, it was Theros.
Yeah, it was Theros Block, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you could battle the Hydra.
Oh, God, get bent, you fuck.
No, it was
You fuck.
it was so funny because Roger and I are outside interviewing, having a good time, and then we see the bro nerds.
Who did not want to be interviewed? I asked them if they wanted to be interviewed after you split, and they're like, no, we're good, man.
No, bro.
That's because, Roger, you've got the creepy vibe, whereas Chris is the cool one of you two.
You know what? We actually interviewed a girl that night.
Two.
2 girls. That's
Two.
right. We interviewed 2 girls. Yeah. There was girl Magic players up there. All right, we're way off topic here, and our listeners of this episode don't care about perds and merds or.
I mean, I think
Gamer
it matters
girls.
to them. Because the people that are actually going to listen to the Magic episode are the guys that are 4 or 5 years into it.
Overall, this set to me is kind of a letdown. I'm not gonna lie. First off, I'm gonna put it all on the table. I wasn't excited about going back to Innistrad so soon. I was hoping to get a new set or a new set or 2 before we saw another return to Innistrad. I was hoping we'd go back to Newfi and kick the Phyrexian ass and see Mirrodin rise victorious once again. But I didn't get that. Instead, I got goth emo crap.
I think part of that is they just wanted to continue the Eldrazi storyline that they had started with Battle for Zendikar and close it up for the time being.
But how awesome would it have been to have the Eldrazi show up on New Phyrexia and go...
You just want Annihilator and Infect on the same thing.
Wouldn't it have been...
Well, that would be great.
No, that would be awful.
First off, none of the new Eldrazi have Annihilator.
Well, yeah, because WotC realized that Annihilator was a oopsie.
So yeah, okay, so they don't have Annihilator. But how cool would it have been if the Eldrazi were immune? If the Eldrazi ended up being the good guys in the Phyrexian War, where they were immune to the Infect and were the weapon that turned the tide of the war. That would have been awesome. Because then you would have Magic players not knowing where to go, not knowing which side to hate, because we all hate Infect, and we all hate Emrakul, but all of a sudden you gotta root for one.
Who would you root for?
Emrakul, because they're bringing back Mirrodin. Alright? I get Koth back, and I'm happy.
What the fuck's going on with Nicobolas now? Is he dead?
He's kind of off just doing his own thing, not really caring.
He's being Nicole Bolas.
He's fucking shit up.
So, yeah, that's another interesting thing. You know, before with Magic, It used to be we hit a block. Here's a couple of books about the block, and no one cared about the storyline.
Yeah.
But since Shards of Alara,
Shards of Alara had a good story.
it seems like Wizards has been focusing more away from just here's a block of cards and we'll get some books out to we're actually telling a story now.
What? Yeah, Shards of Alara was legitimately, it was a cool story, and like I would love to see a return to Alara after everything went off.
It blowed up.
Did it blow up? Is that?
I think that's why it's called Shards.
Well, it was shards because everything was fractured into shards, so you had a bunch of mismatched colors and this, that, and the other. But I think going back to, because Alara was a very mana-rich plane, and going back there since, all the cataclysmic events that happened during whatever the fucking set was with Cascade.
Alara Reborn.
Alara Reborn, thank you. Going back, yeah. Oops. Going back to Alara being reborned, and
Yeah, it's reborn.
I think that would be fun, and it would multicolor Magic would be beautiful because I feel like they're dumbing it down right now. You have 2-color decks.
You know what's sad? There are people in the Magic community, the longtime players,
Yeah.
that have said that they've been dumbing down Magic for a long time, making it easier. I use that word in quotations. Easier for new players to pick up and play. And what I've noticed lately is the guys that started heavily when I started again, which was World Wake, saying that Magic is getting dumbed down. So I guess the people playing since Alpha must think we're playing the retard version of Magic.
It's not so much that it's getting dumbed down as, like, it's still a very complex game. Let's be honest. The comprehensive rules is 200 plus pages.
Yeah.
Right.
But
It's a Harry Potter book.
they're
of rules.
trying to make things more streamlined. That doesn't necessarily mean simpler, just more streamlined.
Well, bring back Mana Burn.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I'm 50-50. Don't care one way or the other on Mana Burn.
I loved Mana Burn. I loved Mana Burn because back in the day there was a Grape Shots deck running around out there, and it was a Storm deck, and you could totally fuck that deck and let them just Mana Burn themselves. And
You want to see Storm go away in Modern for good? Bring back Mana Burn. You want to see Eldrazi go away for good? Bring back Mana Burn. Tron go away for good? Bring back Mana Burn.
Well, and that's the thing. Tron's it's a solid deck, and
It is a solid deck, but I'm going to
people
tap
would still
15.
use it.
I'm going to tap 15 mana and only spend 7 of it. I guess I'll take the other 8. Okay.
well, yeah, it would force you to put either more on the board or focus more on card draw.
Although, while you guys brought up the subject of Modern, let's talk about the one card I want to take for a spin in Modern. Lupine Prototype.
I don't know what that is.
What is it? What's it do?
It is a 2-mana, 5/5 artifact creature.
Holy shit!
Hold on, I think I saw this.
That cannot attack or block unless a player has no cards in their hand.
So you
Oh,
drop...
wow.
What?
I want to put it in Affinity.
Yeah.
I'll puke my hand in Affinity to get a 2-mana 5/5.
I mean, you're puking your hand in Affinity anyway. Can you imagine that? And then you put fucking Batterskull on it?
Affinity, Better Skull's too slow for Affinity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We don't pay anything more than 3.
Okay, so what are they buffing with now?
Master of Ethereum and Steel Overseer.
Okay, there we go.
And...
That's a win right there.
No, there's one more. Oh, crap. The fact I can't remember the artifact. The thing that Affinity does, it puts the artifact on the creatures to make it bigger.
Yeah, that's what.
Cranial Plating?
Cranial
Plating.
plating. That's what I meant, not Batterskull.
God, I actually-
Sorry, I know what you were talking about. It was just fun to watch your flounder.
No, that's what I meant.
I actually play
Cranial
Affinity,
plating.
and I'm sitting there going, I don't remember what card it is.
Well, no, cranial plating's the one that I was trying to think of, not Batterskull.
So
Thank you.
let me get this straight. Is this a common, uncommon, rare?
It's a rare.
How much is it worth right now?
I have no idea.
Let's
12
go.
cents.
Let's go buy like 16 of them.
You think it's going to take off?
I think after.
I think it could.
I think if
Or are we going to be the ones that break it?
we're gonna be the ones to break it. I'm going to Grand Prix in
Not
November.
if somebody listens to this, they're like, wow, that's a great fucking idea.
Yeah, Kevin, quit giving out the good ideas on our podcast.
You hadn't even thought of it yet.
Well, no,
I didn't even know about it.
what's awesome about that, though, is maybe we'll see Affinity change a little bit now.
But at
Not
the same
really.
time,
I mean, same thing.
Yeah,
Still
you're
beat
also
down deck.
you're also talking to someone who plays Autumnal Gloom in Jund because it's funny.
That's true. That's true.
I just wish you could put Bloodbraid Elf back in that shit.
God, I want Bloodbraid Elf back in Modern so bad.
I mean, it's broken. It's
not broken.
That card is fucking broken. I loved
broken.
it. I loved that card when it was in Standard.
It's a 3/2 hasty with a Cascade. It's not that broken.
And the Cascade is what makes it broken.
There's other cards in Magic you can Cascade with.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you're
put it like
talking
this, though.
Enigma Sphinx or
in
something that
Jund?
you're never going to play.
In Jund, you know what all the things you can cascade into?
Yes, Termaggoyf, Lily.
Everything.
You know, the stuff that matters. You know what I can't?
Another Bloodbraid.
Another Bloodbraid Elf. So I don't care. It's a 3/2 hasty. In Zoo, it's a good card. And it's not that broken. A lightning bolt kills it for the damage. So what? So I play 4 mana. I get a 3/2 with haste, and I trip upon a Termaggoyf that's a freaking 3/4. I bolt that, block that, good to go. Yeah. Which is just throwing the banhammer down on everything.
Well, that's why you and I are doing a really dumb format in August.
Yeah, we are. So it's going to be Modern, no reserve, no reserve, no ban list.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Proxy.
It's going to be awful.
Somebody's gonna go in there and rape.
I'm playing turn 1 kill you.
Yeah, Roger forgot that he now has access to turn 1 Storm.
I didn't forget. I just didn't want to be that guy.
What about do you remember the old turn 0 win deck? It's a shame that you couldn't make that work in Modern.
There's a lot of things in Modern that you can't make work, like Legacy decks.
Well, yeah, there was a turn 0 win deck and it used Protean Hulk. Do you remember that one in Disciple the Vaults?
Yeah, Flash Hulk.
Flash Hulk, and it was god damn, that thing was so much fun to play, and it was, you could stop it. You weren't going to if they got it off turn 0, but man, that was a cool deck.
Do you know what card is really sweet out of this new set? And I know I'm going to say it and everyone's going to go, meh. The new Lily. The new Lily is sweet. Now, she's no Lily of the Dark Veil or whatever. She's not going to be a $100 Magic card, but she's pretty fucking cool.
You didn't need another Lily of the Dark Veil.
The downside to the new Lily, though, like you said, is she's going to be outshadowed by Lily of the Veil in every format where you have access to both.
You know, we say that, but how many Modern decks are Legacy? Even Legacy played Flip Jace. I'm not going to say that she's going to completely take the spot of Lily of the Dark Veil.
Okay, you have 3 mana. Which Lily would you rather cast?
Oh, Lily of the Dark Veil. Yeah.
9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10?
10 times out of 10. If I had a choice in my hand, that's what I'm going to cast.
Exactly.
But if I didn't have that in my hand and I had the other one in my hand, I'm okay with it.
But are you going to sub 1 for
I don't know.
the
I'll
other?
run 5. I don't know. I'll just run 5.
I've got 5 Lilies
I will
now.
guarantee a Lily hits the field every game I play.
But no, she's not bad, and she's definitely going to see a lot of Standard play. I just don't think she's
She's not going to be viable in any of the other formats, really.
because Lily of the Veil is just straight up better.
Yeah.
Well, that and the new Tameo. The new Tameo looks sweet. I didn't see her played this weekend. I know I saw about 4 of them opened, so I didn't see if anyone played them. But that looked really cool.
Yeah, new Tameo is cool. Again, definitely going to have an impact on Standard. Like, she's almost good enough to be Modern playable, but the problem is there isn't really a deck that can effectively cast her.
Yeah.
That's a viable deck in Modern
Yeah.
right now.
What all are we going to see from this set going into Modern? Or Legacy?
And Legacy, nothing.
Maybe a card. You might get Eldritch Evolution sneaking into Legacy.
Okay. Any of it going to see Modern play? I mean, the one artifact, obviously, now that we've spoken about it.
Yeah, that thing's gonna skyrocket in value.
I mean, it's going to take... it's going to take 3 weeks before people find out about that.
All 4 listeners are gonna go out and buy like 20 of them right now.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be like,
Sky
it's a
price.
50-cent rare right now.
I have no idea how much it is right now.
I'm sure it's dirt cheap. We
Hold
can
on.
look it up.
I'm looking it up. You can continue talking.
But see, no, Eldritch Evolution is definitely going to do fun things in Modern because it's a semi birthing pod effect, and there's a reason birthing pod is banned.
Yeah.
I mean, when Eldritch Evolution was spoiled, there was a card, Allosaurus Rider, out of Cold Snap that spiked from $1 or $2 to almost $20 in about an hour.
No surprise.
Because it has an alternate cost of being able to exile 2 green creatures from your hand and put it into play.
Nice.
So the plan was land, mana dork, turn 2, land, pitch 2 green things, put the Allosaurus Rider out, Eldritch Evolution, get either Iona or Void Winnower. Because 9 drops on turn 2 aren't stupid at all.
No, they're not.
No, they seem really good. Overall, though, looking at this set, I think this set does a very good job complementing Shadows over Innistrad.
I mean, and being the,
It's a $1 card.
yeah, dollar card. Boom.
Yep.
That's going to jump up to
Lupine
20.
Prototype, 99 cents. TCG mid, $1.67. Yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of these. I'm going to spend my whole paycheck on them, so I'm going to spend at least $50 on these cards.
You're going to
Your
kill the
pimp must be
market.
nice this week.
What?
If you're getting $50, your pimp must be nice this
I've
week.
done a good job.
I'm going to sell some cars at work. Maybe I'll luck out and be able to pick a few up.
I'm telling you, that's it right there. We're gonna make a fortune.
We're going to make $18.
The problem is, though, it's not going to be a 4 of an affinity.
Want to bet? What do I drop? My 2 Master of Ethereums and 2 Springleaf Drums.
Then you're cutting mana sources.
Yeah, whatever.
And actually adding more
Yeah,
things that
whatever.
need
Look.
more than 1 mana.
Look, Kevin.
I think it's a 2 of at best.
Kevin, let's talk.
Maybe 3.
Let's talk real here for a second.
Well, I'd say 2 because there are always the games where affinity can't quite puke its whole hand,
Yeah, that's true.
and then it's just bad.
Now, let's be honest, though. All right, the type of affinity we both play, the most expensive cards I have in my deck are the Master of Ethereum, which I run 2 of. I don't run Etch Champion. I don't run any other 3 cost besides that. So dropping those 2 Etch Champions out, 1 gets rid of my color issues, and 2 allows me to put in 2 more 2 drops. Dropping the Springleaf Drum, which when I use it, fine, I use it, but I never find myself in the position majority of the time to where I can afford to tap a creature just for mana. Like I can do it if I top deck a creature, play a creature's got summoning sickness, then I can do it. But for the most part, I'm not going to do that. I need it for a blocker. So dropping the 2 Springleaf Drums, leaving 2 in there, gets me all ratios all good. That puts 4 2/2s, lets me empty my hand even quicker, because I'm not going to be stuck with a 3-drop creature that I can swing for 5 on turn 3 with. I'm okay with all of this.
You can theoretically get it out on turn 1.
Oh, yeah, but 5 on turn 2 or turn 3. I am okay with all of this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also makes Thoughtcast bad.
I don't run Thoughtcast. I've taken Thoughtcast out. I had to. It got to the point where I needed creatures. Like my affinity deck was so creature light that I didn't need the Thoughtcast to draw the cards. I needed the creatures.
Here's what we need. How do we make it work with Time Sieve? I want Time Sieve in Modern. That's all I want. I want to take turns all day, every day.
Well, the problem is there are things that in Modern that are just faster than that combo by a lot.
You're right. I mean, mana is super slow in that deck. Yeah, but I want it back. And I can't get past that.
I mean, it was a standard combo.
It was an awesome standard combo, but you were playing that also with Time Warp, which was a 5-drop. Now, with all the low-cost artifacts, and you're talking Mox Opal and stuff like that, like, you could potentially have something there that could be a little quicker. You're not talking wiping the floor with... Affinity would shit on it.
It's what? Sack some 5 artifacts, isn't
Artifacts take an extra turn.
Yeah,
I'm
problem is,
Yeah.
Affinity is the only deck that runs a massive amount of artifacts, and it does not want to be sacrificing them.
You know what though? Affinity
Except to
Legacy.
Ravager.
But that's the thing.
Affinity Legacy might be okay with this.
You don't build an affinity deck for it though. You're building because you're using that and Tezzeret. You can use either Tezzeret. Okay, whichever Tezzeret you decide to go with there, you can actually make that viable. I guess Seeker would be hard just because he's a high mana cost card. But I just want it. I want it. I want it to work.
Let's make it happen. You have the power.
It's a cheap deck.
Look, our powers combined. You're Captain Planet. Let's make it happen.
Mox Opal is the most expensive card in it. $50, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And between Roger, we've got, what, 8?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've got
Roger.
one.
So
you're good.
Just the 3 of us in this room, we've got 9.
So, and then I've got 3 of the Time Sieves already.
You're there.
Oh yeah, this
You're
is
there.
this is gonna happen.
We're gonna make this happen. stay tuned later for Deck Tech to check on time sleeves, okay? Because it's going to happen.
When's the next Modern tournament? That
Every
matters?
Thursday.
Although,
Every other Monday.
will you do me a favor?
Yes.
When you actually run the list, will you dress up like Flavor Flav?
I don't have that.
I got a
time.
clock you can use.
You've got a clock I can use?
Yeah, it's a
All
big
right.
alarm clock. about
Mostly
this
because I
big.
just think that'll be funny.
It would be funny.
You're playing Type Steve combo, and you're dressed up like Flavor
No,
Flav.
here's the way I think you do it is, though, you come in dressed like Flavor Flav, you don't wear the big clock,
Okay.
and the second you actually crack or cast time sleeve, you go, hold on a second, and pull the clock out of your backpack, and put it on and go, time sleeve!
And then,
There's no L.
yeah, it's
Whatever.
just Steve.
He's Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Flavor Flav. And then what's going to happen is somebody's going to be like, you can't take extra turns in Modern. I'll be like, fuck you.
I just did.
I'm going to take 3 more after this.
And guess what?
And then I'm going to open the vaults.
And guess what? And here's my Emrakul, so I'm going to control your next turn.
Oh, we're going to put Emrakul in it now?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I wasn't going to be that guy.
You can be that guy.
Don't look at me.
I don't know how we're going to make this work.
I don't think Emrakul's going to go in it.
Let's live in magical Christmas land, okay?
No, fuck
I
it.
still don't think it works.
That'll work.
Tezzeret, all you need is Tezzeret.
All you need is love. So, at the end of the day, Kevin,
Time Steve's going to be a thing.
time seems going to be a thing. We've made Affinity hopefully sicker. What's the one thing that you can say about this set that's awesome?
It makes a much healthier sealed environment than straight shadows.
Yeah. Are we in sealed PPPTQ season?
PP.
Yeah, no, it's now PP. Because now, okay, real quickly, for those that don't know, the way that Wizards is doing their Pro Tour qualifiers, they've added an extra step. Now you have to go to preliminary Pro Tour qualifiers. You win that.
Then you get to go to the PP.
No.
No?
You win that, you go to a regional Pro Tour qualifier.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
At least they make up for it with really sweet promos for the RPTQ.
They do. The RPTQs.
Really sweet promos. How about thousands of dollars?
So far, the 2 promos for the RPTQs have been Lily of the Veil and Snapcaster Mage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they've
No,
been
that's
money.
fair. That's
They've been
fair.
money.
That's alright.
They've been money, but
Because Lily of the Veil, what's she? 100, 200?
Yeah, regular ones are 110.
yeah,
Boom. There we go.
yeah. No, it's been.
So
it's
then
been
we're
worth
talking
it.
the promo one's going to be a $200 card.
Except here's my issue. It used to be, you would do the PPT, you would do the PTQ, Pro Tour qualifier, your
Yes.
local game store. That would bring in 50, 60 people
bunch of
sometimes.
people, yeah.
That you never normally saw. So
Well,
store sales would increase.
Those events, though, it was not unheard of for them to hit over 100 people, so there were only a certain amount of stores that could actually host them.
Right.
Whereas the PPTQ system allows a lot more stores to have access to competitive events. Because let's be honest, GPTs are dying,
Yes, they are.
but
Yes, Grand Prix trials are time. But if Wizards really wanted to make it better for the stores, instead of making it a PPTQ, how about you just lower the requirements to run a PTQ?
Oh. Oh.
Magical!
because then the Pro Tour doubles, if not quadruples in size, and that's not what they want.
Not all the stores are gonna be able to
No.
keep up though, because there's competition there too. Like here you've got 2 places that you can go to do it. There's not a whole hell of a lot of
No, there's more than you
No.
think.
Are there?
No, like
Yeah.
St. Louis actually is
what do we have
oversaturated as far
Yeah.
as Magic
Is
shops
it?
go.
We've
Yeah.
got this area has so many Magic shops.
I know
it's sickening.
I know we have
Like, just to give you an idea, if you drew about an hour radius from the arch,
yeah.
there's something along the lines of about 40 or so games.
Holy shit! I'm thinking it's like 10.
No, it's like
No.
40. Whereas-
Jesus.
Chicago, which is a much larger city, you draw an hour radius from the heart of Chicago, you've got maybe half that many shops.
Yeah,
Sure, a small part of that has to do with the lake, but the population in the
Yeah.
Chicago bubble versus the St. Louis bubble
Much bigger.
is a huge difference.
Yeah, and for some reason we cannot get a Grand Prix St. Louis.
Oh man, we deserve it.
I think we do as much players as
Do
we
that
get
shit
in Wizards.
at the family arena.
It would be amazing.
That would be so
part-
much fun.
Part of the problem there is Missouri actually has really strict gambling laws. So unless those laws change, I don't think GP in St. Louis
Do we
is...
have sporting tournaments here?
Yes,
Okay. Fuck their gambling laws.
and here's the thing: it doesn't
Let
have to
these
be.
assholes play Magic.
It doesn't have to be in the heart of St. Louis. It's not like we have to do it in
That's what I'm saying.
at the convention center in St. Louis.
St. Charles.
That's still in Missouri.
It's still in Missouri, but you can do it in Collinsville.
Oh, fair point.
You can do it at Collinsville, where that Collinsville Convention Center is.
Well, how is it gambling?
You're paying money to win money.
You're doing that with anything.
You're paying money. You're playing cards to try and win money.
Yeah. Now,
By Missouri's gambling laws, that can actually be construed as gambling.
That's so fucked up.
That's why pretty much any shop they offer packs and stuff like that as prizes instead of actual cash, because they can get in a lot of trouble for offering.
Store credit is as far as you can go.
That's bullshit.
Now, but you do win cash in certain stores or in certain tournaments, but that's because the way it's worded is the prize does not go up dependent on the amount of players that are there. The prize is set at $250.
So what if for a Grand Prix or something like that, they just had a set prize amount?
They already do.
So then how is it gambling?
We don't know.
Because it's because there's two tiers of prizes based on attendance at the GP. Like if it hits a certain amount, it goes to the second level.
But I think a Grand Prix St. Louis to me is like, one, it would be one of the bigger GPs. It really would.
It's in the middle of the fucking
country.
country.
We are in the middle of everything. Like, we are a 4-hour drive from most of their big GPs. We are, an 8-hour drive of all of their big GPs that they have on both sides.
Portland?
With the exception of Portland.
Yeah, whatever.
New York?
People would come from New York down here.
But I'm blowing your 8-hour window.
Still, like, it's centralized. Like,
we're an 8-hour drive from Detroit. We're an 8-hour drive from Des Moines. We're an 8-hour drive from Indianapolis. We are a 14-hour drive from Las Vegas.
I just think that's so fucked up.
I think it's a little more than 14 to Vegas.
Not if you drive the way you're supposed to drive, not the way you drive.
Even then, I still think you're pushing
it's about 14 hours.
We need a petition for this shit.
Have you done it?
My buddy has, yeah.
My
14,
buddy
15
has.
hours. His name's Adam.
Yeah.
His name's Adam.
My buddy's name is Adam. His name is Mike. I just went with the most common name ever.
He actually took the company car to Vegas.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He broke down on the way down and had the company pay to fix it.
Oh my god.
I mean, let's be fair. I've taken the company car to Detroit, so whatever.
Fair enough.
One of the perks of the job.
So, I think that's gonna basically wrap it up for us.
Hold the phone.
No, because we're running short on time.
I got this.
Okay, what do you got?
I actually want to talk. I downed a lot of Magic. I downed a lot of this set. I want to redeem myself and actually say some positives. It's new cards. The artwork's nice.
You're really digging deep for this, aren't you?
I am really digging deep. Honestly, on first glance, I really don't like the set. But the last time I didn't like a set, it was Scars of Mirrodin, and that is one of my favorite sets that we've had. So
that's just because you're fanboying for Koth.
I am a fanboy for Hammer Time.
Do you remove Koth from the picture? Do you still like Scars at all?
Oh God, yeah. Scars was an insane set. Phyrexian Obliterator. Oh yeah, love Scars.
Phyrexian Obliterator's not in Scars.
No, he's in the block. He's
Block,
in
yes.
Yeah, that whole block. I'm not talking about the whole block.
Blocks aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. It's 2-set blocks now instead of 3 sets. They're called blocks now for 2 blocks. 2 sets.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, go figure it out. It's Wizards. Honestly, buy the packs, play the game, draft this shit. It's the way to.
Drafting is the way to go for sure.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know how the set drafts yet.
I think that this set's going to draft pretty good.
I mean,
you were.
That was the one redeeming quality for Shadows was, well, yes, Seal blows chunks. It's an amazing set to draft because if you know what you're doing, all the archetypes are viable.
Yeah.
And all of them are good.
And with that being said, I really think the Angels look good. I think White Weenie is a possibility with this set, which is something I've wanted to see for a long time. I didn't see Red get a lot of cards that made Red more powerful. My only fear from this set is the return of Mono Black. And it scares me to my core.
Why? Roger's not down with that evil.
Why?
We don't have Pack Rat.
We don't have Pack Rat and we don't have Gary, but damn it, I don't want to hear the Mono Black because I'm cool. You're not cool and you're not Johnny Cash. That's all I'm saying.
Well, with your leather jacket.
With your leather jacket and your frilly beard. Hipsters.
Roger has a beard.
Yeah, but it's not frilly.
He doesn't put oil on it.
That's right. You're damn right I don't. Do you know why I don't put oil on my beard?
Because you're too lazy?
It's soft enough as is. Like, I had a couple guys like, you need a beard oil, you need a beard oil, you need a beard oil, bro. Put your beard oil on. I was like, touch my beard. And they went, ooh. I went, that's right, conditioner.
I use Suave.
Yes. Suave. All right, well, Kevin, anything you want to say about this set before we get out of here?
Nothing that we haven't already talked about.
You excited, not excited, hopeful?
I'm always excited about a new set, but Magic accounts for 99% of my social life. So.
That's fair enough. Chris, anything you want to say about this set?
There are cards with which you can play Magic the Gathering in this set. No, the only format that I care about right now is Modern, and if there's something that's going to add to Modern in this, which it sounds like there might be a couple little gems in there, I'm cool with that. Like that, I think that's exciting. That's good. Modern's an attractive format, and I want more Modern. So
good. Yeah, I think this set's going to add a little bit to Modern. I think Standard's going to get healthy, and maybe we won't see Coco run the show anymore.
beautiful. Well, on that note, then we'll close.
I think we're done,
guys. Thank you so much for what.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming, guys. Thank you so much.
Don't
for
you ever
tuning in.
interrupt our host again.
Damn it.
I will kick you under this table, Roger.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Instagram is going to be coming very soon. And you are going to see a Christmas in July special
On the YouTube channel.
on our YouTube channel, which will be up and functional this week. So, thank you, guys.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. So I really fucking hate the fact that the air conditioner went out of the shop this weekend. Because I walked, like, Friday night after you left.
Yeah.
Jason actually closed the shop early yesterday.
Did he?
Did he?
Yeah. Like, as soon as the tournament was done, he's like, no, get out. We're closing early. It's too fucking hot. Go home.
Good for Jason.
Good for
Good
Jason.
for Jason.
And everyone's like, okay.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I walked back in there and Monty, or not Monty, someone came up to me and they're like, hey, since you're not working here and you're not playing, I want you to go in the back, take some palm leaves, and just circulate the air.
You know the best thing about the pre-release was having customers come up and they're like, hey, can I do this? And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I was taking, Joe was handing packs out, and I actually snuck one past him. I took the customer's pack. I was like, you don't want that one. Give me that. Take this one.
You know what you gave the guy?
And I gave him a different
You gave him a
pack.
cameo.
Good.
Yeah, like, he was like, look what I got. When I was walking around with the camera, he's like, yeah, I got a cameo. I'm like, haha, yeah, I wonder what your other pack had. Joe is so pissed on that. I love Joe. Yeah, I love Joe.
I do too, but he was definitely getting a hair pissy on Friday night.
Well, it was midnight. He worked late.
He was spent. The guy works too much.
And